guys, and welcome back to the program. I'm your boy, the Professor, and let's go ahead and let's talk about the WWE 2017 Payback. All right, so let's go ahead and start things off here. Start off with the kickoff show. First of all, I want to say that this pay-per-view was actually really good. It actually surprised me. As we know, if it's not WrestleMania or SummerSlam, some of the pay-per-views aren't all that great, but this is actually a pretty good one. It gets a 6 on the Professor's Golden Scale, and that's pretty good. So anyways, they started off the show with Enzo and Cass versus Anderson and Luke Gallows. Here's the thing, I was really worried about this pay-per-view because that match was trash. It was garbage. They let Enzo roll up and pin Luke Gallows. In what real world does anything like that ever happen? I mean, that's just garbage. Anyways, then we moved on, and also on the kickoff show, Miz TV. And Miz TV had a very special guest, and their special guest was the one and only Finn Balor. Finn Balor came out. Miz and Maurice asked to join the Balor Club. The fans wouldn't allow it. But then, you know, when you're a guest on a talk show, like if I was to have a guest here, I would expect them to be professional and, you know, talk about their career and so forth. But Finn Balor, I mean, he was so rude. He actually did a switchblade on Miz, and I mean, and pretty much kicked the crap out of Miz. So maybe that's a future rivalry. I don't know, but then if you're watching, don't do that. Be respectful of the Miz. He's an A-lister, for God's sake. Then anyway, so we started off the show, the actual Backlash. Payback. Backlash is the next one coming up. Payback, the show started. First match surprised me. It was for the United States Heavyweight Championship title. Chris Jericho versus KO. Kevin Owens. You know, a couple things. Jericho comes out and he's wearing his light bright scarf. Don't know what that's about. Don't understand that. And one thing during the match that I noticed is Jericho kept doing the Hulk Hogan thing. The Hulk Hogan thing. The Hulk Hogan thing. What the crap is that, Jericho? We know you're old. We know you should be retired. You're older than Hulk probably, and you should be gone. But don't come up with your own original stuff. Like, I'm the best in the world. I mean, you stole that from CM Punk, you know, obviously. Anyways, Jericho, by cheating, I call it cheating, he smashed and probably broke poor old Kevin's fingers. He won the match. You know, it was a great match because Kevin Owens was in it, but it was garbage because they let Chris Jericho win it, and that's stupid. Anyways, next match was Austin Aries versus Neville. And it was for the championship, the cruiserweight title. Neville pulled a brilliant move on the referee, and the referee overstepped his bounds. He disqualified him. So Austin Aries won the match, but Neville's kept his title. So that's the bright side of that match. So pretty good. Third match was the Hardys versus Sheamus and Cesaro. I don't understand what the heck was going on there. When Sheamus and Cesaro come out to the ring, they're both wearing skirts. I don't understand that at all. This was actually a pretty good match. It was hard fought. Jeff Hardy actually lost his tooth during the match. That was pretty amazing. To get to see that. A lot of times they don't mention it on TV when something like that happens. They do, you know, if you see an injury on there that happens, they'll talk about it, but you know, his tooth come flying out. I mean, if you get a chance to watch it, it's pretty cool actually. You know, projected. The Hardys did win the match, and they beat Sheamus and Cesaro, actually pinning Sheamus. So the best part of that match was at the end, because Sheamus and Cesaro are now the Professor's favorite tag team because they turned heel. They come back in there and they wipe the floor with the Hardys. So you want to know who got deleted tonight? The Hardy Boys. The next match, it was the fourth match on the ticket. It was Bayley defending her championship against Alexa Bliss. Didn't care much about that match. I mean, Alexa Bliss did win, and I don't really know what to say about that match. It was a good match. I mean, Alexa Bliss, I mean, she's pretty good wrestler, but she did win the title. So the next match was the House of Horrors match. This actually lasted. It was the fifth match, but it actually ended as the seventh match, I guess you could say. It started off. Randy Orton pulled up to the House of Horrors in a limo. He goes in. This house, I will say one thing. The House of Horrors was creepy and weird, but it wasn't really what I was expecting. I was hoping to see like rats or, a bee's nest full of swarmy bees or something. But, I mean, I guess the headless dolls, the dolls' heads hanging on the roof with barbed wire in them was pretty cool. But anyways, so what happened was Ray actually flipped a refrigerator on top of Orton and left and come back to the arena. You don't see Randy Orton, and then Bray's in the middle of the ring, and when the lights come on, there's Orton. I mean, he had a refrigerator on him, and now he's in the ring. He had a refrigerator on him, and now he's in the ring. I don't know. So Randy picked up steam once he got in the ring. He was getting the best of Bray in that match. And then Jinder Mahal, SmackDown, I don't know what you're doing, you're killing me. But the number one contender for Randy's Orton title showed up with Randy's Orton title. He cheats and hits Randy Orton in the back of the head. And lo and behold, Bray Wyatt is able to get the 1, 2, 3. Jinder Mahal, number one contender on SmackDown. Trash. The next match was Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. That was a decent match, I guess. It kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. First of all, you got this fan-friendly Seth Rollins out there kissing babies and all that crap. And, he's not even using the pedigree now. And he wins the match. And here's what's really shocking. He wins the match by roll-up. What the crap is that? He pinned Samoa Joe by rolling him up. Trash. Just trash. I don't want to talk anymore about it. And then we get to the main event. Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes out. He's all taped up. Now here's what they're saying about Roman Reigns. He's got bad ribs still. He shouldn't be wrestling, and he's got a separated shoulder. But yet, he spears Braun Strowman. He delivers two Superman punches to him. Braun Strowman does win. He absolutely destroys Roman Reigns. He destroys him. But here's the thing. Here's what I don't understand. And he destroys him after the match, too. Braun Strowman, yeah, I agree with the crowd. The crowd started chanting as Braun Strowman is beating the crap out of Roman Reigns at the end of the match. After the match is over. And the crowd starts cheering, "Thank you, Strowman. Thank you, Strowman." And you know what? I agree with them. Thank you, Strowman. But here's my fault. And that was the final match. That was the main event of the pay-per-view. Here's my fault with that. Roman Reigns has a separated shoulder. And he has ribs. And he's all taped up. But he delivers two Superman punches and a spear. Once again, Vince McMahon, you try to act like this guy, because he's a big guy, that he's something great. He's garbage. The fans know it. I know it. Stop pushing him. That's ridiculous. Now I've got my composure back, guys. Sorry about that. Like I said, on the it ranks pretty hard there on the gold scale by the Professor. It was a good match. If you have the network and you have the opportunity to go back, if you haven't watched it yet, please do so. That's about all the time we do have here today for the Professor. I do want to let you know that if you get a chance to subscribe, please do so. Drop an elbow on that like button as well. Did want to say that you'll see a GoFundMe link down there. What this is we've started a new campaign for cancer victims. Actually, what this month is for, we're actually aligned with the WWE. It's their charity. It's called Connor's Cure. What it is to fight cancer for kids and to finally get a resolution for this dreadful disease. So if you get a chance, make sure you go visit that page, maybe donate $1 or something. If you know somebody else that's been affected by it, maybe let them know. It's all going for charity. It's all a good cause. But that's all I've got for now, guys. Good pay-per-view. I'll be back in a day or so and discuss Raw. And make sure you click subscribe for more videos to come. And always remember, what the professor says is, go dance.